everyone. Hello, everyone. How are you guys doing? Today is going to be an exciting session, and I'm excited to see you all. So, I started a minute earlier, so I am going to give it a couple of minutes before I see more of you all joining in. Um, so, before I start today's topic is about how you're going to cope when you are in the separation phase. So, yes, I'm just going to give it a couple more seconds. Yes, it just became 9 o'clock here, so you guys would be here anytime now. I see one person. Hello. Show me you are here. Send me a hi. Tell me what you guys have been up to before we delve into today's topic. It's so exciting. I mean, it's not supposed to be exciting, but what you're going to. Hi, Paige. It's so good to see you. How are you? Hope you're having a good weekend. And actually, it's a long weekend in Singapore because it's Hari Raya. So Monday is a public holiday. I hope. Oh, I see more of you all joining in. I hope you guys are all excited for today's topic because we are going to discuss a lot because the separation phase is one of the hardest phases for any twin flame out there because it is a phase where you're completely thrown out of your comfort zone, of everything. So that's why it's so essential to build certain coping mechanisms to actually allow for you to survive through this period. All right, I see more of y'all coming in. Send me a reaction so that I know you guys are here. And also keep sending me your questions as well. So, as usual, this is my usual format. So, I will start with talking about strategies, and then we are going to slowly delve into the coping mechanisms. Hi, Bharati, good to see you. Yes, I was just telling everyone that it's long weekend in Singapore because it's Hari Raya. So finally, it's nice to have a long weekend. So how have you guys been? How is New Zealand going, Bharati? I hope you guys are all well, and I hope you guys are excited about today's topic. So, uh, tell me, like, here today we're going to talk about everything like doubt or do share your experiences because that will be inspiration to others. So, and this is a open space, so do not feel like you're going to be judged or anything like that because here we are always helping you guys to to be yourselves, to be your authentic selves. So yes, so I'm going to start now. I started 2 minutes earlier, so that's why. Just waiting for more of y'all to join in. Just gonna check my phone. Oh yes, it's winter season, isn't it? Yeah, I know I really, really need a break. I'm really looking forward to it. Finally, I don't have to go to work on Monday, so that's exciting. But yeah, I can imagine how cold it must be. I used to, like for all others, yeah, I used to live in Australia, so June is June is a period of winter, the opposite to the US. I know in the US it's summer and it's quite hot. Here it's Singapore, it's like it's humid all throughout the year, so we don't really have a weather change. All right, let me go into this separation phase. As much as I want to make it sound exciting, it's one of the most painful and challenging periods you will ever experience in your life. It's the kind of pain that can never be described in words. Hi, Belinda. So good to see you. Hi, MJ. Thank you for the hearts. So happy to see you all joining in today. I know some of y'all have requested an earlier timing. We will work something out in the future. All right, back to the topic. The pain of separation is something that can never be expressed in words. Having said that, it's also a kind of pain that would not be cured by going to the doctor and taking Panadol or taking painkillers. It is a kind of pain that you have to look within. Hi, Lorinda. So good to see you. So happy. I was wondering where where all of you were. Finally, I see you all joining in. Excuse me. I'm going to just drink some water. So, how have you guys been? The energies of July, it started off with a bang, but then lately it has been, there's a lot of timeline shifts. There has been immense energy downloads. So, all star seeds out there, twin flames out there, you would actually be experiencing a lot of downloads. So, you got to be hydrated, try to get as much rest as you can, because these are essential for you guys to survive this period. So July is meant to be quite a it's actually meant to be quite stable compared to the coming months, because it starts off, it's in the middle of the year, but at the same time mid July has been quite, hey Megan, so good to see you. I was wondering where are my usual people. Finally I see seven of you. Sorry guys, that's why I was kind of like just like catching up and tuning in with you all, because the whole group hasn't come in yet. So yeah, coping with the separation phase. One of the things that you guys have to do is you have to completely surrender. And surrendering is not easy, because surrendering in itself is quite complex, you know. Often like you may not even understand what you're facing. So for a lot of twin flames, you may feel like, why am I experiencing this? Like, why am I going through this phase in the first place? Like, what have I done to deserve such suffering? And another thing, like with a lot of twin flames that I've been working with lately, it is, after meeting your twin flame, it's very hard to date other people or try to form a connection with another person, even a soulmate or a brand new connection. It's just one of those things, you know, when you meet your twin flame in the physical, it's a game changer. Nothing ever feels the same. So some divine feminines may tend to, you know, try dating other people or try to move on the advice of their loved ones, because their loved ones are not able to see them suffering and in so much pain. But then you will realize that you are not able to date other people or see other people. But this is in contrast to the divine masculine, because the divine masculine, after experiencing their divine feminine, what happens is they are not able to decipher what exactly this connection is. So they try to date other people to see if there's a difference, and then they too fail. So there is a kind of mirroring that's taking place there during the separation phase. And often it's a big trigger for the divine feminine when they see their divine masculine dating someone or being with someone. And one of the common things is the divine masculine, your DM, may even lie about seeing someone just to get you out of their mind or get you out of sight. Because what actually happens is during separation phase, a lot of divine feminines go into attachment obsessive energies, and that triggers the divine masculine to run. So this is what triggers the runner chaser phase. So when their divine feminine is constantly messaging them or constantly thinking about them, it kind of creates this fear and a great level of surprise to the divine feminines, I mean divine masculines, as to why they are feeling the way they are feeling. So that's the reason why, to actually cut off their divine feminine temporarily, what they do is they actually come up with distractions. So some may really try to date other people, some may even try to create that image that they have moved on or they're seeing someone else. And what exactly happens then is the divine feminine explodes into a kaleidoscope of emotions. She's not able to cope with the actions of the divine masculine. And many divine feminines enter the dark night of the soul phase because they are not able to express this to anyone else. They're not able to figure out what is happening to them. They're even trying to find out, like, why am I even feeling so worked up? Like, why do I even have to feel this way? Like, why am I feeling this way? Why am I so worked up about this individual whom I believe to be my divine masculine being with someone else? But actually, it is in that period where the divine feminine truly awakens, because she has no choice but to seek guidance from within. She has to surrender. She has no other choice. Like, what can you do? You cannot go out there and uh, separate your divine masculine from his choices, right? It's a free will universe after all. Even if you're twin flames, you are still in two separate bodies with completely unique experiences. Just going to tune in to some of the messages. Hi, Karen. Oh, no worries. Thank you for checking in. Have a great time with your friends. You can always tune in later. These videos will be out there. Yes, Megan, there's no one that compares to my animal. I definitely figured that. Yeah, exactly. Another thing is that what you share with your twin flame is very unique. You will never experience this with anyone else. And that's the reason why you are even worked up or affected in the first place. And like Megan, you say, it was actually switched with us. I was the one who tried to distract from the pain of separation through others. I found out quickly that it didn't work at all. It just doesn't work, Like, I mean, my own experience and guiding and coaching so many twin flames out there, they're just not able to date anyone. Even the divine masculines, they try to distract themselves, they try to go on the dating app, they try to mingle, they try to socialize, but they can never form that connection with anyone else. And that's why once twin flames meet in the physical, it's a complete game changer. It's like everything that you know about love disappears. It has to disappear because traditional rules of love doesn't work anymore. Nothing ever works. I had quite a long night yesterday, so I'm on a couple of hours of sleep, so bear with me, guys. So back to, so I stopped exactly at the point of awakening. So when you actually see your divine masculine acting or behaving in a way, like one example is like the divine masculine will say things like, I'm not interested in you, I do not love you. And even though you know internally your divine masculine doesn't mean what he says, but it does tear you apart. It's one of those rejection that completely explodes in your mind to the point that you may not even go without food, or like the pain is so unbearable. You may start to feel like, I never imagined like such a pain could ever exist. And when your divine masculine actually does that, they suffer too. It's not easy for them to push you away, because in a twin flame connection, everything is connected and telepathy is at its all time high. So when you are sad and you're suffering, your divine masculine feels it, just like how you feel them in pain or in their man cave or struggling to complete a cycle with like karmics or anything. You will feel it like like as though it's your own pain. And that is what is special and magical about a twin flame connection. It's like no other. Yes, John went through a. Lorinda says, John went through a lot of sexual partners and I actually met some of them. I knew they would. Exactly. And you know, internally, none of it would last. You just have to like stay patient and work on yourself. And a lot of divine feminines actually don't understand what working on yourself means, you know. Especially for those who are new twin flames who just realize that they're on a twin flame journey, it just doesn't make sense. Like, what do they even mean when they say work on yourself? Actually, working on yourself is awakening to your own identity and healing and dealing with so many issues that you have just hidden under hidden under the carpet. So for instance, you may have been bullied in school, you know, and it's one of those things that you just kept inside, never spoke to anyone about it, never consciously worked on healing it through like Reiki or healing sessions or anything. So that surfaces up. So every time you experience some kind of a rejection or some kind of a wound, you know, like where you're not accepted in your workplace, then it triggers back to the point where you're bullied, you know, and that's why this phase is to heal, is to completely work on yourself. So this is why you guys have to use this period and turn the pain to gain. So how do you actually do that? You're in so much pain, right? You just have to let it in to the point. You should not fight it. You see, a lot of divine feminines, what they do is they fight. They keep pushing the pain away, they keep burying it away, and they keep distracting themselves, or they keep going into toxic patterns of self pity, unworthiness, unrequited love. Mm, really, it actually initiates the dark night of the soul. And it's one of those things that you got to surrender to God. And thanks, Bharati, for sharing that with us. um, Going through this right now with my TF and his playaways, taking a step back from him and trusting God has definitely helped. And that is true. God is helping. So that's why it's so important for the divine feminine to sit back, relax, and actually use this time to pursue things that excite her. So, the more you obsess over your divine masculine or project fears of them being with someone else or doing some other things, you are actually pushing them away further. And that's why it's so important to go into neutral mode. So, the second way to cope with this is to go into neutral mode. That means don't think about anything, don't think the worst, don't think the best too. So once you are in the neutral zone, then slowly you guys can start manifesting by thinking about your twin flame, manifesting your twin flame. And this is one of the techniques that I've talked about a lot of you before. When you wake up, manifestation is at its peak. So this is a great, great time to actually focus on what you want to manifest with your divine partner. So, the 5 seconds that you wake up, when you start thinking about your divine masculine, you are actually creating this state where you're actually entering, traveling, connecting into other dimensions, where you're actually viewing your other lifetimes with your divine masculine, or you are actually going into the future. So you will see a difference, because what happens is when you go into that state, you create more endorphins and you actually feel happier and you actually vibrate higher. So that is another way of coping. But when you're in separation phase, it is extremely difficult to go through any of this. So I'm going to read more comments. Matt can never say he doesn't love me or that he doesn't want to be with me. We can't be together and I wish I could give you more. Yeah, they will always try to say things like that to push you away often. So it's just one of those things that you need to really connect within to be able to identify like what exactly it is that you are trying to cope with, you know. So once you identify the pattern, you will realize that you know yourself better and you know what affects you. So during separation phase, what actually happens is a lot of issues that you've buried tends to surface. And a lot of old relationship wounds, or for those who have never had relationship before, the lack of things like that hit a surface. Okay, before all the comments disappear, I'm going to read out some. I've always told him, Lorinda says, I've always told him, you have to go through whomever and whatever you need to go through to get to where you need to be. They sometimes have to work through certain things with others and they can't work through with you. Exactly. So there are certain karmic cycles they have to complete, certain experiences that they have to go through before meeting you back at the point of union. So, for example, they may not be living out their best life, or they may be at a job that they are not very interested in. So, during separation phase, for both twins, it's a wonderful time to actually review and reevaluate your life. Like, what has it been that you have been pushing away? What are the issues? Who are the family members that, or who are the people that I've been having issues with, that you want to make peace with everyone during this time? You just want to be in a very zen state, like, and the more you consciously work on getting to that zen state, the quicker you enter into a phase where you can attract back your divine masculine. And it's going to be hard, and that's the reason why it takes a while to actually come to that state. Hello, Henry. So good to see you. I was just thinking, where is Henry? And hi, Rain. So good to see you. Thank you for stopping by. Oh, thank you. Thanks, Megan. Tell your daughter Shauna that I'm very grateful for a comment that has really lit up my day. And Shay, good to see you. And Amber, hi. I'm good. How are you? Good to see you too. And Megan, I did share a few videos with my DM today of my younger daughter making some amazing shots on the pool table, and he was as proud as I was. He was excited to see it. Oh, that is so wonderful. Thanks, Megan, for sharing that with us. You see, like, Megan has been sharing experiences the last couple of weeks, and you can see how she has taken everything in a very positive stride, and that's what is creating these wonderful experiences with her divine masculine and herself. So thanks, Megan, for like inspiring the group. And Elena, the monadic flames are a bit different, right? It feels we do all of this, but no one runs or chases. With the monadic flames, what happens is there is not much of a runner chaser phase, but even then, a lot of monadic flames, after incarnating on earth quite a lot, tend to forget who they are. So they tend to go through that as well. So there are a lot of similarities in some cases, but not to the extent of split soul twin flames. So thanks for raising that actually. No worries, Sylvia. We have just been like going deep into the topic because I came in quite early today, and then it took a while for everyone to come in. Oh, yes. In fact, like the collective is actually going through a lot of runner chaser energies right now. It's quite hard, and and a lot of things are coming up to the surface. So some of you may encounter your divine masculine chatting up with someone, or but you have to understand this is the state that you have to become extremely strong and not be triggered by that. Just think of it this way: they have to complete a cycle with whomever they are meeting or whomever they are talking to, and it's not permanent, and you do not have to naturally, the divine feminine goes into fight or flight mode, so she tends to think this is the end. Your divine masculine is going to end up with her, but no, that's not going to happen at all. And that's why you guys have to transcend into neutral zone, and then you do damage control from there. So yeah, July energies has been like that, and a lot of it is coming to the surface, and it's quite for some twin flames. So it is quite tricky and challenging and very painful. But also use this as an opportunity to work on yourselves and try to get rid of all those things that have been holding you back as well. So some of y'all may, you know, may have been ignoring certain lessons in your life, or you may feel like, you know what, this is it. I am, I've had enough of this pain. You have to ultimately realize that all that is happening is actually building you to become the best version of yourself. So, for a lot of twin flames who have been in this journey, you would have seen that you have grown so much, you have evolved so much. The way you handle rejection has changed, has evolved. The way you deal with people has evolved and changed. The way you cope with life in general has changed. Because the twin flame journey is supposed to be like a tough master that centers you to your soul and makes you connect within, and within is God, like God resides within, and that's how you guys find yourselves. So the twin flame journey is about finding yourself during the separation phase, and finding yourself works best in separation phase. So you may often think like, is this how it even works? But that is how it works. And it is, and the pain is something that, to each its own experience. It cannot be explained in words, and even monadic flames go through this, but not in the extent of split soul twin flames. John Lorinda says John has been quiet for the past few weeks. I don't believe he's running, so to speak. He's just needing some more time on some things. While he does that, I'm in the process of starting Reiki courses. I'm so excited. Wow, that is wonderful. In fact, guys, if you're ever interested, I teach Reiki level 1, 2, and master level as well. But I run all my classes online because of COVID, and also because all of y'all are all over the world. And it's going to be an exciting period for you, Lorinda. You're going to be so excited because I started my healing journey with learning Reiki, as in for others, healing for others. So the first course I actually took was Reiki level 1, and then I went into Isis, Sage Gym, and crystal healing, like all sorts of healing. After that, it was just a period of like learning, 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 and become a master and a teacher of all. So it's a wonderful time. And one thing about Reiki is it's very structured, and there's always this time lapse between each levels, which are very essential because you need time to like practice on you and others and start healing others as well. So in fact, between like level 1 and level 2 there's a couple of months, and but between level 2 and master level there's at least a year, and that's what the Reiki Association recommends as well, because master level is when you actually talk to your teacher. Like most of my students talk to me about what they've experienced in the year, like how much healing they have done, their experiences, and how much they have grown before they can attain the master level. So it's wonderful, guys. Like, so if you guys want to become healers, Reiki is a good place to start. And actually, during separation phase, embarking in courses like that is really good, and I offer a bunch of courses which you guys may want to like check out. And yeah, if you're interested, you guys can DM me and I can work around your timing. And I conduct all my sessions through video, so it's going to be exciting as well. And for Reiki, for all healing courses, there are often attunements, and attunements are very transformational and it's amazing. Sorry, guys, I sidetrack a bit, but it's very essential to today's topic as well. So I'm excited if you guys want to join in. And for those of you who are listening, I'll give you guys a 10% discount on all my courses if you're watching this video and listening. Anyway, back to that. Thanks, Lorinda, for sharing that. Reiki is amazing, and so are other healing modalities as well. And I've been truly honored to work with so many of y'all in your healing journeys and doing healing sessions for you. It's always such a pleasure, and I wanted to thank you all. Anyway, back to topic on hand. How do you cope with this phase? So, number one, you guys have to completely surrender. Like, you have to surrender to this pain. You have to surrender. You have to completely surrender to the point of no surrender. And often, this is when you are seeking God. You are like, help me, God, like, help me understand. And that's when slowly you start to understand what you are even going through, which is twin flame separation. After that, your worst fears are often projected. And how do you cope with your worst fears? Number one, neutral zone. You try to go into a neutral zone. You try to not think anything. But often, when you tell your mind, don't think anything, is when you start thinking. Then within that, try to manifest when you're waking up every morning. Like when you wake up, try to think about your divine masculine and try to anchor pleasant experiences. Either you can go to your past where you've shared very beautiful memories with your divine masculine, or even try to connect to past lives, or try to tap into future lifetimes or other dimensional lifetimes where you are actually in union with your divine masculine. So, third, you have to start working on yourself. You have to start healing yourself, and there's so many ways to heal yourself there. In fact, even with chakra healing, there are like 141 mini chakras in our body, and that's why like a full chakra cleanse and all that, it really takes time. And there are like 101 different ways to work on kundalini ascension, and all these things are extremely profound and life changing. And I do conduct a lot of these classes and courses, and you may always contact me for some. And also remember that you can heal by doing things you're passionate about. So when you go into your creative zone, you start healing. When you start exercising or doing acts of mindfulness, you start healing. So not everything is about, like traditional healing, or some healing is done through connecting with nature, spending time with your loved ones, doing things you're passionate about, learning about other things, embarking in courses. Basically, what you're doing is you're becoming in charge of your own awakening and learning, because ultimately you are your own master and God is always with you, and you have to keep connecting to that. Okay, another thing. Oh, wow. There's a lot of questions. I'm going to read out some comments. Wow, you guys have. Okay. Tamara, hello. So good to see you. Sylvia, hello. Oh dear, I'm sorry your DMX is acting weird. The energies are just a bit sensitive this month. He's being really dismissive and ignoring me. I blocked him. Maybe it was wrong, but he's not being nice. It's one of those things that, you act like, don't beat yourself up for it. Things will become better. Yeah, monadics tend to, take on some of the split soul traits at times, So, and that's why it becomes more challenging, because you guys are highly evolved souls, but then you are like going down back to 3D and trying to come up again. So it's one of those things. Megan, mirroring is real. Do things that you love to do. Keep your vibration high and really love your life. That will attract. You have said it so beautifully. In fact, the last 10 minutes, I think that's what I was saying. Like, once you start doing things you love, start spending time in ways that you really enjoy life, you attract your DM back into your life. It works like magic. But often, because there's so many wounds that you have to heal, you are not able to live your full life or the best version of your life. And sometimes it's not even about like completely healing, everything happens simultaneously. Hi, Tess. So happy to see you, my friend. I was like thinking about you. Thanks for coming in today. Lorinda, John has been quiet for the past week too. I don't believe he's running so as to speak. He's just needing some time to work on some things while he does that. I think I read that out. Hi, Linda. So good to see you. I'm doing good, Tess. Thank you so much. Yes, I've also noticed with the energies. I did a bit of energy forecast in my page, Twin Flames Reunited, and there's a lot of yearning energies going on. So the divine masculine is actually yearning for their divine feminines, but still they have been extremely quiet. Matt and I had a tough runner chaser couple of weeks. We have decided to have a pause and space to work on ourselves and better ourselves to be the best version of ourselves when we start proper contact again. At the moment, we're just checking in on each to make sure we're both okay. And that is so sweet. we don't run. Elena replied to Sylvia, we don't run or chase, but we had war as often. So, yeah, it's a different kind of. So, it's again, it goes down to terminology. It's not really running or chasing, but it's more of like finding out who you are. And for monadic flames, it's like you guys have really descended from like a very high point of creation. So, finding your way back, like Elena says, it's like we had war with ourselves. Oh yes, exactly. Wow, crystal healing is amazing as well. Like you guys do your thing. Like, in fact, a lot of twin flames like end up becoming like amazing healers and psychics, and you guys, even though it's not a full time thing. Like for me, um, by profession, I'm a lawyer, but then this has become a huge part of my life, like connecting with you guys, guiding you guys, healing you guys, and doing you guys readings. It's such like I'm so passionate about it. Like some days, like I end work at like 1 a.m. and on my way back I'm like doing the readings because you have the 24-hour timeline, 24 to 48 hours, and I'll be like half asleep, but then my I want to help you guys so much that my soul just awakens to do you guys those readings. And yes, you see, and another thing I love about our weekly sessions is how you guys support one another. So thank you, Sylvia and Elena, for supporting one another. And Bella, so happy to see you. And Sanella, hi, lovely. Yes, Sylvia, I think this is being advised similar to me and my DM. Phew. Phew, I'm exhausted. Any good news? Of course, Bella, there's a lot to look forward to. uh, Good times are coming ahead. August is going to be a very exciting month. Tamara, I think once you get to the point where you can see things from a different perspective, it does make it easier. Less triggers. I just spent my day with my DM, his family, and his ex wife. Wow, Tamara, like you are next level and it's amazing. I called in my guides and they are so that things run smoothly. It's just so beautiful. Like, and guys, this is what Tamara and Megan, like when they share their experience, they are showing you when you completely surrender, you start acting miracles, and 3D level triggers no longer affects you. So example, you see your DM with someone else, it wouldn't affect you as much as when you first started off in the journey. And that's why you guys really have to work on expanding your perspectives and really grow like in every way possible. So one of it is to heal. Another one of it is mindfulness. Another one of it is to accept that you guys are still in separate bodies and you still have free will. So you cannot force your DM to be in a connection with you, which is often a lot of beginner twin flames have that. They have that impression that why are they with someone else after meeting the love of their life. But you guys have to allow for certain cycles to reach fruition, and before your DM comes back to you, often twin flames meet at a point and then go through separation is for a reason, so that you guys can work on your issues and then come back and unite when you guys are vibrating at such a higher dimensional level. So that's why, guys, it's all in your energy. So that's why it's so important to look into your energies and tap into your energies and constantly work on evolving your energies. So I'm so sorry. One more thing is a lot of illnesses will come to the surface as well when you're on the twin flame journey, because again it's about healing and clearing and evolving. So you may realize that it is part of the journey. So thanks, Sylvia, for actually sharing that with us, and I hope you get well soon. Sending you guys a lot of love and reiki as always. So immense chokure to the power of 9 for you guys. So um it's just so amazing, like how far you guys have come. And it's one of those things that only you know, and you guys have to be proud of yourself at how far you guys have come. Linda, yes, he comes to my mind when I wake up in the middle of the night to be. Yes, it's always like your last moment when you sleep, it's your DM, and the first thought that comes to you is your DM. It's like they're always in your mind. It's one of those things, you'll be like you'll be involved in like really important things like being in a trial or of a meeting of great prominence, but your twin flame is always going to be in your mind, so they kind of like stay with you, and it's something that you guys should embrace, and accept. Lorinda, that's amazing. I'm always very good at seeing different perspectives. People seem to appreciate me getting them to see from a different perspective. Yes, that's why, guys, it's so important. And another coping mechanism is actually to expand your perspective and to accept things the way they are as well. Everything should flow, nothing should be forced, even if it's an idea or even if it's anything. That's why going label free is also very helpful, because when you have that twin flame recognition, what happens is there's a lot of stress. Then you start creating a timeline, and then you start worrying, and then everything becomes limiting. So it's also to transcend to a unlimited state of mind. Instead of just limiting yourself, you're actually transcending to experience and expand yourself, and that is when true growth is actually happening. And when you are growing, you start attracting miracles. And like what Megan had mentioned earlier, it's all about accepting yourself for who you are, expanding your energies, and to live life like there's no tomorrow, and truly enjoying your life. Guys, think about it. You have so many blessings, like your twin flame journey is one aspect of your life. It is an important aspect of your life, but you guys have other things as well. And that's why you're supposed to live a holistic life. And Tamara, thank you so much for sharing that with us. You're such an inspiration to all of us. And guys, Tamara is amazing. Amber, I feel like coming back, the coming back process is actually slow, and you guys can't really put a timeline to it because you're still growing and there's so much happening. And that's why it's so essential to let go of anything that makes you chase or put a timeline. Or so that's why, like I spoken about in last week's video, I think I'm really dehydrated. Been drinking so much water. I woke up really early today. um Anyway, yes. So there's a thin line between obsession and yearning. Yearning is a healthy state because you're just yearning, oh, I wish I am with my. But obsession is like, why am I not with him? Like, what is it? What is it? You're really obsessing. And that's when you actually slow down the process of union. So I'm going to read Amber's comments. I feel like the coming back process is slow, like DM's message and then no communication for a month or so, then DM's message and then don't for a few weeks. But the messages get better and more open, like they were before the no communication phase started. I feel like I know he's coming back soon, but it's still hard and slow and ups and downs on this roller coaster journey. I'm just working on doing my own things, which is amazing, Amber. Thank you so much for being such an inspiration to the group. Thanks for sharing that. So, guys, it's like that. And people think once there's union, it's going to be union always. There's still going to be mini separations within the union. So, what you guys have to build is consistency. You guys have to develop the mindset of not holding on or forcing or trying to envelope your DM with a label. So you guys have to be prepared for anything. Even when you guys unite, take it easy, play it cool, and that's how you build your connection and it becomes stronger. So there's a lot that's happening, remembering, healing. There's this high level clearing I do, where I do clearing the Agashik records level, where you're clearing a lot of things like that has happened in 3D, in 4D, like things like implants and all that. So when there's so much healing happening, you need time for healing to take place as well. That's why it's so important to pursue your passions during this time of separation, because Your DM is going to admire you from afar, from how much you have grown, how much you have evolved from the girl who used to be needy and clingy to how independent she has become. So, Linda, I just started on my master's program. I'm excited and so busy. I'll be done in 10 months, but I feel I'm attracting Rudy in more. He's been watching my Instagram more, and I find myself writing paper. But yes, he's there in the back of my mind. Oh, thank you so much, Linda, for sharing that. That is so beautiful. And again, thank you for being such an inspiration to the group. Guys, this is exactly what I'm saying. Do what ticks. Do what you're passionate about. And Linda, by doing this, you are attracting Rudy back into your life because he's admiring from afar, like how much you're evolving, how much you're growing, and the love just grows, intensifies. So, and yes, your DM is designed to be in your mind. That's what a twin flame journey is about. They're going to be in your mind, regardless of whether you're in union or not. They are always there, and that's why, guys, I've done a video before, months back. You guys have to connect to your twins higher self, and that is something that you may want to engage and participate, so every time, like, think of talking to them like you're talking in Skype or through social media or through video conference. Start, really, the more you welcome this, the more you will start seeing them like a hologram. And that's when you realize that you're really, really living from a higher dimensional state. But to get there, of course, you have to be free of all burdens, free of all fears, free of a lot of things that's holding you back from living your full life. There was one case I remember. This girl, she kept procrastinating, like it was a very important aspect of her life. She kept procrastinating, and it took her so long. What was supposed to be completed in 6 months, it was a course, took her like 3 over years. And then she realized that every time she completed a topic, her DM will come back into her life. And then again she would start procrastinating and she will push a DM away. Then finally, when she completed, her DM actually came back, and then she realized all this while it was her. She was the one procrastinating and pushing away the energy. So you have to live a very holistic, balanced life before you can attract back your DM. And sometimes the reason why your DM actually comes to you at that phase is to inspire you to complete things that you have been procrastinating as well. So procrastination is one of those things as well. Lily, I can't help it. It disgusts me as a person at this point in my life. It still comes to my mind, but the way I see things is different. Wow, Lily, that is very strong emotions. And I agree with Tamara. Try and send him love as it transmutes all as you do and will release those feelings. Thanks again, Tamara. Yes, Sylvia, that's fantastic. Guys, please talk to your person's higher self. Lorinda, I'm really blessed to have a divine masculine that is so spiritually aware. We talk about healing, triggers, ego, perspectives, energy, etc. He has to keep me grounded from time to time. Be careful. One of us can consume the other with the energy. I really love this man. Thank you, Lorinda, for being such an inspiration and sharing all of this. Guys, thank you for sharing all of your experiences because you guys are helping one another. And think about it. I've been doing this live since November, and how far you all have come. It really, like, my heart enlivens, and I'm so passionate about doing this and of being of service to you all, because it really, I'm so happy to see how far you guys have come and how you're taking the strategies and the guidance and the advice that I've been giving you to stride, and how you guys are in charge of your own healing and growth and evolution. And that is when transformation happens, when you transmute what no longer serves you. Essentially, it's turning pain into gain in a very positive way. Always remember, when you are obsessive, you actually push your DM away. So go into that place of inspiration. So number 5, go into that place of inspiration, and yearning. Yearning is healthy. a very inspired kind of yearning. That means you are like, I wish to be with my, I wish to do this. Example, you're going to watch a movie, you're like, I wish I could watch this movie with my DM. And you're going to manifest that because you're going to watch a movie with your DM. Instead of obsessing, like, or self pity. A lot of divine feminines tend to go into self pity mode, or they start going to a really dark place, and that's when it kind of brings out the toxic feminine, and you don't want to go in there. Belinda, thanks for bringing out such a good question. Is there a thought process that can help to get to the neutral state? Okay, one way is to actually consciously try to go into the energy of, to actually go into neutral phase, you have to do something that you're very passionate about. Example, you love swimming in the ocean, or anything that excites you. So to actually get into neutral zone, you have to engage in an activity that excites you. Laughter works as well. When you realize when you're laughing, you don't think about anything. So that's how you go into neutral zone. You do something that you're very passionate about. Like example, you are a piano player. If you go into that zone of playing the piano, you actually go into neutral zone. Because you're in a higher dimension of awareness. So those negative thoughts no longer affect you. Even while you're hiking or cycling or scuba diving or skydiving, all these adventurous activities, they do give you an adrenaline rush, but they also help you to go into neutral state. So that is a thought process. So you can consciously tell yourself, you know what, I am complete, I am whole, my divine masculine loves me, everything that is happening for a reason, and I accept all that is happening wholeheartedly with the highest love, highest love, highest wisdom, highest unconditional love. And with this, I'm going to flow into the neutral zone. So what I said, you can repeat. This will actually help you transcend as well. But you got to do it with um, devotion and conviction. Megan, Animal has a really tough last week because he had another seizure, and the doctor believes they are being caused by alcohol, so he's going completely sober. Another trend among divine masculines is they try to drink to forget their sorrows and forget their DF. So they actually end up becoming so the divine masculine becomes a toxic masculine because they're not able to cope with this energy. So when you are suffering, you are actually mirroring that back to your divine masculine, and that's when they start taking part in vices. So that's why it's so important to get back into neutral zone, and that starts from within. If you truly want to help your divine masculine, you start being neutral. You start sending all the love and kindness and patience to your DM so that they don't resort sorry apologies, resort to behaviors like that. Because when you start a toxic patterning, you actually mirror that back to your divine masculine. So even though they might not be obsessing over you, they may be running away from you. And often alcohol or clubbing or partying is a good distraction. Lily, I have a confession. I rather that he discuss me than to yearn for him or to be obsessed with him. Maybe I'm weird, but it's true. You see, each one of y'all have your own way of coping as well. So it's important to embrace your own coping mechanism as well. So, Lily, if that works for you, then, you know, Megan, I've never seen him so divine masculines become extremely vulnerable and emotional and actually scared when they are with their divine feminine. And that scares them. And that's why they avoid their divine feminine at times as well. Lorinda, John has actually said to me before, the more one tries to pull the other in, the more the other. Exactly, exactly. Thanks. That's what actually happens in a twin flame dynamic. The more one tries. So if you keep trying to like organize meetings, or you keep trying to like invite them, hey, let's go for lunch, let's hang out, then you're just gonna. That's why you have to come into neutral zone. And neutral zone is like Yeah, just be chill, like trust the universe, pray to God, trust that God has your back, because all twin flames are protected and divinely guided. They're protected by God and the universe. Lily, but I can still, exactly, Lily, keep sending him love. Belinda, thank you. That's really great and logical advice on the neutrals. Oh, thanks, Belinda. Thank you so much. Megan, that was sad. That was something he kept saying to me, thanking me for being so loving and patient with him. Wow, it's so that's so sweet. Like, Megan, you're both of you are blessed to have one another. You guys are such twin flame role models. And thank you, Tamra, for sharing that. I think it's a Dear Alcohol remix. Yes, I just sent my DM this video. It broke him to his knees crying. Definitely has a powerful message. Oh, I'm going to watch this after. Thanks, Tamra. And you guys should check that out as well. Bella, I was so obsessed before, was watching him on my Instagram extra account, but I stopped and even deleted my Instagram. I believe it all goes well. Actually, it's very important. If you guys have a toxic attachment with your divine masculines social media handles, then you guys have to really, like what Bella did, you guys have to stop, like really, because it can be very toxic, because you'll be overthinking everything he does. He may just be talking to a woman randomly, and it might be a part of a video. His friend tagged him, and you may go into that mode of panic. Oh, thanks, Lily. Thank you so much. You guys mean so much to me, and that's why I do this live no matter rain, shine, I'm on holiday, I still do it because I love tuning in with you guys. You guys are amazing, and I'm so proud of you all for evolving this much and coming this far. Um, Thanks. I'm going to read out what your passion for the TF journey and your passion to help others comes through. Thanks, Lily. Thanks. It really means a lot to me. Thank you. Megan, tough, grumpy old Marine. I said, oh, again, because I know Megan's divine masculine is Capricorn. Capricorns generally have very soft hearts, and yes, it's amazing how far you guys have come in your twin flame journey, and how you guys have been sharing snippets of your journey and inspiring a lot of people. It's so wonderful. And Lorinda, it's so amazing as well. John told me how much he appreciates me being so loyal, patient, and faithful. You guys are such stars. Like, truly, you guys are amazing. Anyway, guys, it's almost an hour. So if you guys have any questions, or if you guys want me to channel anything, this is your time. And if you have any questions about today's topic, feel free to ask me as well. And I will come back again next week around this time. And I'm so excited. So, guys, any last questions before I let you guys go? I'm going to hang in for a few more minutes. So, I'm going to wrap up today's topic. So, how are you going to cope? Number one, complete surrender, surrender to the universe, surrender to God. Number two, go into neutral state, neutral zone. Number three, slowly start manifesting. Number four, be in charge of your own healing journey. Number five, start pursuing interests that you're passionate about. Like like what like what you guys had shared earlier as well, like start doing, like if you guys want to do a master's degree, go for it. Like commit yourself to a project that empowers your life, brings you to the next level. Oh, Henry, you know the messages. Hugo is excited. He's planning something for you. And recently he was very happy that you wished him happy birthday. So, and there's a lot of guilt because Hugo feels like um, you know he's working through a lot of those issues, and he has been actually going through a lot of catharsis. That is, he has been releasing a lot of wounds from his past, so he's healing very much. So he's actually coming to your level. So in time to come, you'll be amazed at Hugo's progress, Henry. Yes, Bharti, Henry's higher self wants you to know that he's always around you and wants you to communicate more with his higher self. So keep tuning into those energies and not to feel sad, because his higher self wants you to know that 3D Henry loves you. It's just that he's going through one of his phases where he's quite lost, but he will come back to you. Lorinda, you're doing great. Divine wants you to know that you are such an inspiration to yourself and others, and you are doing wonderful, and you keep have to, partake in becoming the best version of yourself. James wants you to know, Amber, that he loves you a lot, and he has so much fear, and he wants to come back being the best. He wants to be the best person out there for you. So that's what James wants you to know, that he loves you so much, and words can never describe how much he loves you. Megan, I love getting channel messages from him, higher self from you, but as usual, he's like, I have completely lost myself to you. Animal wants you to know that he has completely lost himself to you, and he enjoys being in your presence, in your energies, and he loves that you come in his dreams all the time, and that he has been dreaming a lot about your past lives, and he's so excited about spending more time with you and your daughters, and he loves how you are such a wonderful, strong-minded, a great person, with so much warmth and care for the world and for your family. And he loves Megan, basically he wants you to know that he loves how you are such a great mother, and how you are so wonderful at what you do, and how you have so much love. It's like you have this unconditional stream of love, like, coming out of you, and he loves everything about you, and you are the girl he has been dreaming about his whole life, and he's so happy that he has found you finally. Tamra, your guides are so proud of you, and they are like, you are as cool as a cucumber, and they are so happy. In fact, your guides want you to know that you're unlocking more codes, DNA codes. You're getting more starseed activation. So, um, be ready for unlocking more of your gifts. So you will be actually getting a lot more messages from the universe, um, and your DM wants you to know that he loves you a lot, and your guides want you to know that they love you too. And in fact, I'm getting a lot of messages from your DM. Your DM wants you to know that you are so special, you're such a cool girl, and that he loves everything about you. And often he feels that he's not good enough for you, but then again, he's working on becoming the best version of himself. So, a lot of good things are going to happen for you, Tamara, and that's what your guides want you to know. So, exciting times ahead. The next few months is going to be a great period for manifestation, growth, ascension, so much. You are in for a lot of surprises. In terms of even like expanding your consciousness, you're going to get so much guidance and messages, and your higher dimensional teachers are also very proud of you. Linda, thank you again for sharing how you're doing your masters. That is so inspiring. And Rudy wants you to know that he thinks you're super hot and sexy. Like, you actually studying actually excites him a lot, and he's so proud of you, and he's so happy that you are pursuing a passion of you, and you are living your dream. And he knows that he's also healing and becoming the best version of himself, and that's the reason why he sneaks into your Instagram stories, and he loves watching, and he loves how you're so independent and self-sufficient, and he admires you so much. Sometimes he wants to express all of this, but then he recedes back, but then he's going to get better at being more communicative. And Belinda, Matt wants you to know that, he is trying so hard to close all the cycles that are surrounding him in his life, and that he's getting there. And he wants you to be really patient and really hang in there and hold on, because he's going to come back, and you're going to be so surprised at how much he has evolved and transcended. Kita, Eric wants you to know that things will get better, and you just have to hang in there, and you have to keep working on yourself, and you have to keep transforming. And yeah, this is what your guides want you to know as well. Um, yes, so just keep working on yourself, Kita, and things will shape up in time to come. Lily, let me see. Lily, your guides want you to know that you are still working through a lot of things, and you're going through a great period of catharsis. So you'll be releasing a lot of things. Do not do not feel like, do not try to push them away. Let the healing occur. Just go with the flow. Your guides want you to know you just have to like go with the flow, release anything that does not serve you, and just keep being yourself. Shay, I definitely learned to look at things in a different perspective. It makes a difference. Any messages from Frank? Frank apologizes for being so in and out and silent, but he wants you to know that his higher self is always around you and wants you and wishes for you to communicate more with his higher self. So keep expanding your mind, keep connecting to his higher self, keep on being you, and keep on feeling his love, and keep sending Frank your unconditional love as well, because he's accepting it, and he's really inspired by the love that you're constantly sending him. You're welcome, Bharati. Oh, Lorinda, John's higher self wants you to know that he's extremely proud of you from where you were to how far you have come, and he's so proud of you that you're engaging in a lot of new courses, and he's so excited about you learning Reiki level 1, and he's extremely proud of you. He's in so much admiration. It's like your DM has so much admiration of you. You're welcome, Amber. Lena, is there anything that my guides feel I need to know? I appreciate you. You're welcome, Elena. Your guides want you to just focus on things that you need to focus on. Like, try to channel more of your energies that things that matter to you, whether it's pursuing a new passion or things that you have been wanting to do for a long time. You may want to actually rekindle those passions again. So your guides want you to know that they are so proud of you, and they love how you have evolved and how beautiful you are, and they also want you to know that they are always there for you, and you can always connect to your guides for guidance. Henry, I saw a picture today of him smiling, and I commented on his story that he looks gorgeous with his smile, and that seeing him smile made me smile too. I felt so happy seeing him smile. That's amazing, Henry. I'm so happy for you. And he feels that too. And there's so much he wants to say, but then there's so much he's holding back as well. But, in time to come, everything would just fall in place. Megan, I'm crying. I'm literally bawling my eyes out. The emotion is overwhelming. Oh, oh, sending you so much love, all of you guys. Lorinda, heading out to dinner with my daughter. Everyone have a blessed weekend. I love you all. Same here, guys. And love you, Lorinda. And have a great, amazing weekend. Have a wonderful time with your daughter. Mother-daughter time is so valuable, so precious. And I love how you guys are so supportive of one another. Paige, I'm so sorry I missed you. Wait, Paige, so your guides, like I said, like your guides want you to know that you are doing amazing as well. Like, there's still a lot of healing that you may want to focus on, especially your root and heart chakra. There's a lot of expansion going on, so you may want to look into that page. And your guides want, and like I said, your guides want you to know that they are there for you. Lorinda, I've replied to your comment. Thank you. Thank you, Linda. You are amazing too. Thank you so much. Belinda, thank you. So this is such great news. I'm looking forward to just going with the flow and trusting the divine. Tamra, thank you so much, Vash. Absolutely amazing. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Shay. Thank you, Elena. Lorena, okay, now I'm going to cry. I did actually tell him about the Ricky calls. And he's so proud of you. You're welcome, Belinda. Your message was amazing. Exactly what is happening and what we are both experiencing right now. Megan, I had so many proud mom moments earlier with my daughters. They're going to be shocking everyone soon. Baby shocks. Yeah, it's so lucky. You're such an amazing mother. Like, Megan, you are so wonderful. Like, guys, each and every one of y'all are so wonderful and special, and have evolved so much in the last few months, and I'm so proud of you, and I'm so excited for you all. So I'm going to go. Send me a reaction. If you guys have enjoyed today's live, please feel free to, send a review, a comment. I would really appreciate that. And if you guys want a paid service, feel free to DM me, and I can always customize a healing or a reading or guidance or anything. So, love you all and have a great, great, great weekend. Wait, Megan said some, and Animal shared a few with me through messengers. Oh, that's wonderful. All right, guys, you guys have a great weekend, and I'll see you all next week around this time. Have save all your questions, and I'll be back again with a very interesting topic next week. If you guys have any ideas about what you want me to talk about, or if you guys want me to talk about a certain topic, you guys can always comment on my file, and then I'll know, okay, this is the topic you guys want me to talk about. Love you loads. Love you all so much. Take care, and see you all soon. Love you. Bye bye.